And we are now live, episode 5 of the Sweet Science TV. And to commemorate, we're going to start off with a little dirty Hit the Flow. All right, I think that was a good start to the episode. We came in strong with a little throwback.
Somebody definitely hit the flow.
Somebody definitely hit the flow this past Saturday, and it was not Deontay Wilder. It was Dominic Breazeale. Now, last episode, I predicted, I believe, 6th round. Robbie, you predicted 4th or 5th round knockout.
I thought I said 4th, maybe 3rd. I changed my mind. I don't know.
And I said no later than 6th.
And yeah, Harris also agreed, but he surpassed all our expectations in that fight.
Wow.
What is your thoughts and comments on what you saw? That magical performance by Wilder and that travesty of a display by Dominic Breazeale?
Damn, man. That was just a straight up exercise of the wrong matchup, the worst matchup possible. That 1-2 Breazeale just looked like he was ready to lay down like a deer before he gets eaten, man.
Yeah, it was horrible. Melagod, what's your take?
It was beautiful to watch. It was really quick. I feel bad for people who wanted to see a long fight, but the fact that he took care of business faster than Anthony Joshua, I thought it said a lot. It was a good fight.
Yeah, Melagod brings up a good point. At the end of the day, regardless of what Deontay Wilder say, Anthony Joshua say, all people are going to compare their fights with Dominic Breazeale. Yeah. Like Wilder said, Dominic Breazeale is the guinea pig, so they both use the same lab rat to execute or display their talents. So I don't know how long the fight went with Joshua, but I know it went at least 7 rounds.
Yeah.
So with Wilder, like just one punch stop.
One punch.
What do you think went wrong? What went wrong? How did where was the defense from Dominic Breazeale? What happened?
I think Breazeale is. You can just look at him, man. He didn't move his head. He looked like he was stationary with it just upright. So he wasn't using his legs. He wasn't doing the things that a boxer needs to. A great boxer needs to do to beat a guy like Wilder. He did none of the above. So I'm thinking. Maybe it was that entrance coming in on some Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah.
And you got those people stretching their arms, those contortionists going bananas. If you see that kind of shit walking in the ring, and then you see this guy looking like the Mountain in that armor coming in the ring, unless you are already ready mentally, which we could see Breazeale wasn't, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail, and that's what we saw. He crumbled. I'm sure that's not his best.
Yeah, shout out to all the Game of Thrones fans. The North remembers.
That's
definitely saw a little mountain man coming in to the crowd. I think what went wrong is he didn't play defense. He didn't have his hands up, and he underestimated a puncher. So
I think so
he put
too.
Down fast. At least I give him credit for getting in the ring. He didn't like Big Baby Miller out and quit.
Yeah, that was what's crazy though. He didn't really throw a punch until he got cornered. Once he got cornered, that's when he blindly started swinging and he started landing. But when he landed, that's when Wilder stepped back, and that is probably would have been key for him if he would have actually started letting his hands go. But he never did that. He just balled up and just kept shaking his head. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But after the fight, his face was all full up like Will Smith. You know? So,
yeah, I think Breazeale, he didn't have a shot in the fight, but those 2 punches he landed out of desperation, that was only because Wilder was hunting him down. I mean, really, it was like he didn't belong. Which is I thought the fight was great. I loved it. I thought we all kind of enjoyed it because it was just everybody was so shocked and amazed. Like, damn, they forgot what a right hook, right hand, or just a classic knockout in the heavyweight division can do. So it was just I thought it was great for boxing and just to get the sport, get people kind of pumped up. Like, damn, this guy. I mean, Wilder's been around, but just to see it like that.
Just to see it and hear it.
It sounded like a brick. If you throw a brick at the wall, like a thunder, like a lightning. It was just
Breazeale is meme worthy now. Definitely a meme.
Breazeale.
He probably has some memes out there on that knockout because, he wasn't prepared to even step in the ring with Wilder.
That was a moment
incredible.
of mental lapse, I would say, because what I noticed was once the ref separated him for a second from hugging, Wilder walked back in with the intention right away of throwing the right hand, where Breazeale walked in with both his hands down, literally both hands like where his waist is. And all Wilder had to do was just throw the right. There was no guard, no reaching around.
He didn't even
straight right and just nailed him and put him down.
He didn't even have to feint, but he did the feint one too. But I mean, if he didn't do the feint with the left, he would have still landed him flush with the right. But I think that made it even more devastating and beautiful at the same time. Because he gave him, it was just like stepping into it. And also on that knockout, Deontay did it's almost like a baseball player does a crow step or a hop step before throwing the ball from the outfield. He did a double jump on his right foot before, doing that fake left and just going straight.
Got a little Sammy Sosa in him.
It was a crack, man. It
right
was
field.
Amazing. And you know what I loved about that knockout? It wasn't textbook. How many guys usually do a crow hop and then say boom, like we're on the street? Like we're on the street. This man just said what? So I love it.
And he finished it off with a spin move right afterwards. He got the knockout punch.
Yeah.
He did a spin.
I noticed the referee walked him away for 3 seconds.
Also, to go with what Alex just said, he walked him, and then Wilder, thinking about that Fury fight, that's what I'm thinking. He ran to the neutral corner, like, hurry up, go count. Go count this man out. Go count.
And you know what? It's actually a good thing that he did that, and that's a good observation.
It was smart.
Breazeale did get up. Now, he was all fucked up. Like, that's the bottom line.
They would have stopped the fight, but he's still.
It's better to be safe than sorry. You never know.
Yeah.
He saw it happen with Fury.
Agreed.
I think in the fight with Fury, he felt like he had 12 seconds. So he said this time, all right, I'm not going to celebrate. I'm going to run to that corner right now.
I'm going to keep it to 11 because I'm going to throw a spin move in.
On his Instagram, he had that picture the next morning of him standing with his arms raised and like him standing on the ropes. It was great. It was a good picture. I liked it.
That was smart. He's like, let me get to the neutral corner, then I'll celebrate.
You're a photographer.
That's like a small parts of boxing because he's thinking about the old fights. I just thought Wilder was so in tune with what he wanted to do and how this fight was going to go, from the choreographed entrance, which was fantastic. I've never seen such a great entrance in my life. But just everything. I mean, this guy,
costumes,
he talks a lot of all kinds, man. I think he understands what the fans want, and that's why I'm and what the fans need for the sport. That's why I'm a big fan, man. Looking forward to grabbing me a T-shirt of Wilder. I'm gonna throw down. I'm gonna throw a little down.
With a couple of shillings on it.
Couple shillings for the bronze bomber.
Now, is that going to be from the Deontay Wilder store, or is this going to be from Gildan, Amazon?
Well, I'll be wearing it. So it's all about rep.
Port of China.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, when I first saw the entrance from Dominic Breazeale, I just saw the face of defeat with fake confidence. You may be nodding your head, but at the end of the day, you can smell the fear through the screen, even in person.
Like when Jim Gray got in the ring after the fight, Jim Gray wasn't afraid to ask some tough questions. I don't know if you guys saw the post interviews, but Breazeale didn't have one.
Got to the nitty gritty. Jim Gray got to the nitty gritty, and I was surprised because usually, whatever channel you're on,
he's got to be 70 years old.
Yeah, they'll defend you. They'll defend you.
Jim Gray
was not afraid to go in.
He's notorious for going in. He doesn't care. I'm surprised he hasn't got caught, but maybe he has in the past.
I'm surprised Showtime didn't reprimand him for that.
No, I kind of enjoy it.
Look at the old Mike Tyson interviews.
Yeah, Wilder did answer though, and he stated, what he sees for the future, in regards to his own fights. What do
Yeah.
you guys see in the future? Well, let's start off with Dominic Breazeale. It was
Yeah.
a travesty. His face was swollen after the fight. He admitted to losing. He didn't die in the ring. But what do you see for his future? Do you think he has a future? Because he's coming off this fight where he got obliterated, and he fought a few no names. But before that, he had Joshua in the ring with him, and Joshua put him down like a fucking rabid dog.
I thought that wasn't they should have called that fight, and since they were in Great Britain, which is a travesty, they let Breazeale take a beating, which probably took more years off his career than Wilder knocking him out quickly. He dealt with him quick. Also, Breazeale, he's not top 3 fighter, not top 4, but I would like to see interesting fights. Would be like, say, with a guy like Luis Ortiz. If Luis Ortiz doesn't get, I would like him.
You would eat him.
But it's Luis. I want to see him.
Luis is top 5 in my opinion.
I want to see Breazeale in the ring with some guys who aren't in the top 3, but he's a good guy to see get knocked out. Is that right? Fair for me to admit?
Yeah, I love to see Andy
Ruiz. He's the Amir Khan of the heavyweights, I'd say. Is that
he's good for a knockout, a spectacular knockout, like by him being knocked out. So,
I'll pay to watch him get knocked out.
I'll watch him get knocked out.
I'll watch that too.
The winner of Joshua and Andy Ruiz should fight Breazeale, in my opinion.
That would be a good matchup to see as well.
We don't want a rematch with Joshua and Breazeale. That's the only thing.
But you can see him get put
the winner
down
of that match. So you're saying Joshua's gonna lose?
Joshua will give him a mercy killing.
Or the loser.
He's already
the
loser. Oh, the loser. Okay. Yeah. Ruiz, I could see Ruiz and throw those 2 guys in the ring.
But I know we brought up Luis Ortiz. Speaking of Luis Ortiz crawled into the ring during the post-interview looking for a rematch.
Slithered. He
slithered into the ring.
Kind of looked around.
Do you think that's what's going to come next for Wilder? Do you think it's going to be Wilder Ortiz? Do you see a Wilder Fury or a Wilder Joshua?
Question: Has Ortiz fought Tyson Fury yet? That could be an interesting.
I don't think he has.
That'd be something to we'll fact check that. See, yeah. I don't think he has.
Luis Ortiz only has 1 loss.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. Okay, that would be an interesting fight. Like, just because we know what fight we really want. I mean, everybody knows everybody wants to see Wilder Joshua. That would be an excellent fight in the future, looking down the line. But
yeah, Fury's not afraid to fight Ortiz. I'd love to see him fight.
That would be a great fight. That would be a great fight.
I would also like to see Ortiz fight Breazeale and get devastated. I know it's another devastating knockout.
I want to see Ortiz knock out Breazeale as well. I don't know why. I just want to see
what that looks like. I want to see
what it looks like. How is it gonna look?
Ortiz would knock him out, dude.
Oh,
I think Andy Ruiz would also knock out Breazeale. I know Breazeale's 6'7", but Ruiz knocked out a 6'7" guy in his last fight. So Breazeale he doesn't have it.
Ortiz, in terms of speed, matches up with Breazeale. Like, they're both big lumbering guys, but Ortiz is strong and has an iron chin, and he'll knock him out.
He almost put down Wilder in that fight.
Yeah, he did. And Wilder, he got hurt a couple times.
Wilder was very hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine what he would do to Dominic Breazeale as well.
That Cuban has a strong jaw.
Yeah, it's true. So I think the next fight for Wilder is probably going to be Ortiz, but I really would prefer to see Tyson Fury and Wilder finish unsettled business. But there's no telling what's coming up next. But at the end of the day, what we do know is Deontay Wilder does hold all the power in his hands at this point in regards to making that match.
Oh yeah,
whoever, including Joshua. So
yeah, I think Wilder's a bigger name in the States, and Joshua's huge out there, but Americans don't know him. So that's the market that he wants. So he needs to fight an American or have a bigger fight to get noticed. And Wilder Joshua's inevitable.
And agreeing with what Robbie just said, I mean, what happened today is that Fury touched down in America, and he's going on a press conference that's not helping Joshua. He's going on First Take, and he's saying, I respect Wilder more than Joshua.
And I
he's
like
from
that.
England.
I like that
So-
dynamic because and Fury is one of those guys that he's a likable figure. I mean, he's a guy that would do really well out here. So he's doing a smart move, touring around, talking.
People love about here. Everyone
I kind
loves
of
him.
enjoy fighters like him. Just charismatic, talks shit, backs it up. So he's got a good personality for the
His
sport.
Instagram is cool too. I follow him on Instagram. So I mean, he's definitely a marketable guy to the Americans. We like you guys.
So what do you think is Wilder? I'm sorry, is Joshua missing something from a marketability standpoint? Like,
I think he's just too respectful, too kind of quiet, and he doesn't bring it. I think if whoever he fights, like if he fought Wilder, Wilder would bring it out of him because Wilder and guys like Fury are excellent at bringing out, just making you angry. They'll talk shit, they'll talk about anything they want. And I think that's what Joshua needs to be marketable, to kind of get mad.
What do you think, Efren? Do you think he's missing anything that's marketable?
I just think that he has a good personality. He's trying to play the "I'm a good guy" image too much.
That's too much. Yeah.
But it's like that's not what people want. People want charisma. People rather have you be the villain than be the good guy. Good guy doesn't really sell. But it doesn't matter what I say because Mike Tyson begs to differ with me. If I'm not mistaken.
No, I agree.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Apparently, he's a big fan of Joshua. It was said quite a lot of words. He said he was beautiful, that he's just born to be a fighter. He's good looking. It's just kind of over.
Yeah, it's about physics
and over the top
with Joshua.
But I think I get what Mike was saying. I get what he's saying. This guy just moves perfectly. He's meant to be a fighter. He's a great fighter. No taking it away.
Fighter. Do you think Joshua could take a couple of Wilder's like straight right hands to the jaw?
I'm not sure anybody can.
I don't think so.
Because Joshua's gone down too.
Him away. He'll keep. Yeah, he's been down and got back up against Klitschko. When he beat Klitschko and stopped Klitschko, and I thought that fight showed the adversity that he's able to overcome adversity. Because not many guys, even for an old Klitschko, that guy is he's one of the greatest heavyweights I've ever seen in my life. So Joshua to put down even an old Klitschko, that's pretty good. Taking a lick and getting up.
I think that if they did a Wilder Joshua fight, that'd be bigger than Pacquiao Mayweather. Because it's huge.
Oh yeah, I agree. Especially if they do it now.
Yeah. And they do it in their prime. Huge. That's what makes this fight way better.
We haven't seen a prime heavyweight.
It's so high. The knockout rate is so high. They both have like a 90-something% knockout rate. So chances are someone's going to get knocked out. It's not going to go the distance to the cards. Someone's going to finish someone's life off.
What do we think about, and now this is way out there, and I know they probably don't always sign contracts like this, but you sign an automatic 3-fight contract.
3 fights,
that would be like almost
commitment for both sides. I don't know if the business side of that would call for that. I don't know.
Maybe an automatic rematch.
Just a rematch clause. A rematch clause would be good.
Yeah, they usually have a rematch, and if the rematch calls for a third fight, they'll make it happen. But at least a rematch clause would be good.
A third fight might be too much for someone's face. It might be too much for one of their faces.
It should be, depending on the.
It's like a Cass Warrior clause.
They should have one out there. They should have one out there because Joshua can sell, 90,000 seats, and then they have one out here. Wilder would sell out wherever. I would say
maybe they have one in the middle of the ocean.
I like
one
on
a ship. On a ship.
Salute the troops. Salute the troops. That would be raw.
45. Thank you.
Hey, he didn't talk about that on the prep. That's a great idea.
That would be raw. Or they could have like one of those like ships that is like maybe half British, half American troops, where they do some like joint effort, and then they just bring them together.
A lot of Navy ports out of Alabama, a lot of Navy ports out of England. So hey, let's get it happening.
That would be amazing.
That's my idea, guys.
Put that on the zone.
I like that.
Three fights would be good for English, British. That'd be good.
That'd be
big money.
I like the environment. So we're going way back with this. Like, let's put them in an exotic situation, an exotic area.
South Africa, in the jungle. Let's do it.
Let's bring it back. Let's go.
Well, Wilder always talks about ancestral power. He's been known to, allude to that. And Anthony Joshua is from Africa directly, by way of his
His
parents.
parents, his parents. He's from England. I understand,
He's
right?
from England. He's from England. I
His
would
parents
say
are from
he's more.
Nigeria,
Yeah, they always try to. Never mind.
Oh, please speak on it.
Hey, no,
Nah.
you can go in.
You go in.
Yeah.
Feel free to go.
You can't claim that. You're from Britain. Like, I'm from Chicago. You claim where you're from and born and raised.
Exactly.
Full
I
stop.
agree.
Unless you go to
Full
Spain.
stop.
Yeah.
Either way, though, that's going to be some great fights if they're able to put them together. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to put them together. The only thing that was weird was that was strange to me was when Wilder said that he'll negotiate or he'll do the fights as long as the negotiations are secret. I'm not really sure what he's referring to in that regard, but
I also
whatever.
Before we jump in there that topic, I like how Wilder backtracked on his words
About the murder,
about all of the talk and all the situations, and he said, "Oh, we love each other, we hug this and that." I don't think any of that happened.
You say you could hug and kiss a man after.
You could hug and kiss a man. I don't think that really happened.
I think the WBC told him, "Hey,
you better
retract
clean
the
that
murder, clean the murder." Because we now live in a sensitive world,
People can't handle. It's just talk, and I thought that helped sell the fight. Believe it or not, people who didn't know anything about the fight heard about that comment, and that probably sold more. That sold more views on that. So yeah, people are sensitive nowadays, but at the same time, you can't say you're gonna kill somebody all the time. That's a little over the top by Wilder. But yeah, it's nice that he backtracked on that and tried to focus on the future. He did wish this man well, whether it's real or not.
It's also nice that he tried to follow through on that promise that he made to the fans. So I appreciate the attempted murder.
He was really trying to follow through on that.
Because for a second I thought Breazeale died. Like when he went.
I did too. I was legitimate concerned when I saw his left foot just like off to the left, like
just
a dead
collapsed.
Man. Yeah,
collapsed like
I thought Wilder made true on his promise.
He did.
He got as close as he could. He got as close as he could. Yeah. If he
legally
hospitalized, he would have really. I wonder, does anyone know Dominic Breazeale's family attend this pay-per-view fight?
Well, I think Wilder warned him, you shouldn't bring your family to this fight.
Wilder brought his wife and child, or whoever she is.
And he hugged his baby. He hugged his baby because Breazeale.
Oh, that was a beautiful photograph. Great photo.
I don't remember back in the day when Breazeale came back, knocked this guy out, whoever scrub it was. Wilder was in the audience, knowing he was mandatory. And Breazeale got on the microphone. I think this may have started the whole thing out.
This was 2 fights ago, I think.
He told Wilder, "You better hug that baby because I'm coming for you. You better hug that baby tight." So Breazeale. Before we all people blame Wilder for stuff, Breazeale did have some comments about, and you don't want to say stuff about someone's family, like I actually brought up last podcast.
Yes, it could end very badly, as we all learned this Saturday night.
As we all witnessed, and it was glorious.
You are all witness to what happened. That was an atrocity. But I felt like, other than the short duration of the fight, it was a good fight. I would have honestly liked for Breazeale to have been battered at least maybe 3 more rounds. But,
just like the Joshua
defense,
fight.
But he didn't worry about the defense. He just walked right into it, unfortunately.
I think when he got caught the first couple,
for the consumer,
he's got to throw him up or just go down. I think he just felt fight or flight. Yeah. Like, when an animal or any creature that's living, sentient,
like a cat,
feels like they're going to die, you can fight or run. And he said, I'm going to put my hand, just throw weird punches and get killed. So
yeah, because I think those initial punches, like one of them, like literally like snapped his neck and like slammed his chin against his like shoulder. Like it was an atrocity of a punch. I think after that punch, his brain was already like done. It was rattled.
Yeah, defense.
Anything after that was extra.
Oh yeah.
And I read about I forgot who said it. Maybe it was Teddy Atlas mentioned it before the fight on his prediction that guys who learn or start fighting later in their lives, the one thing that's lacking for most of those fighters, even if they're really good, is their defense, because that's usually taught at a young age. Wilder started later, but he started earlier than Breazeale. So, and I think Wilder,
and he's 6'7".
And he has just the measurables to not worry about the defense too much.
Because he supplements that defense with tons of offense where
firepower.
Just went in with his hands like this from jump and just started taking a bashing, and he never tried to swing until he was finally cornered, and that was literally his last resort. Like, if he didn't swing, it would have been over, and his brain knew it. But
that's why he threw those 2 punches.
Hey, again, respect for stepping in there.
Yeah, give him some respect. He got his paycheck.
The bare minimum respect we can give for getting in the ring.
Oh yeah,
even though
and that's all he'll get. That's all he'll get from me.
Brazil's a professional fighter, so I think that's the bare minimum we can give him because Wilder is as dangerous as it gets.
I think he was done when I saw the first contortionist twist his arm over his back, and then I think the fight was over at that point.
That was a little freaky. That was a little like even that kind of.
What do you think was the subliminal message from Wilder with those 2 contortionists? What message was being sent to not only Brazil but the crowd with that type of act?
I think that's just like I'm crazy. This is what you're gonna turn into. This guy. This guy.
Zombified.
This is your family after I'm done with you. I think that was the message.
The armor with that yellow smoke, that was just, man, that was crazy.
It was like some Undertaker, Kane type.
It felt like a WWE Vince McMahon.
Yes.
Like, whoa.
I think he delivered. He delivered on the aesthetics, the showmanship, and just a great performance. He delivered on all 3 factors.
Question.
Bravo.
Do we think that they had to practice that intro? Like walk in?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw concert footage where they had those same contortionists, so I'm sure they have plenty of practice. But are you saying, did they practice with Deontay Wilder?
Yes. That's what
I think Wilder just walked out there.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the last 2 days before he fought, where he should have been practicing maybe, he practiced the intro versus the actual boxing, but he had that ability to take that leisure with his time, whereas
you can put on headphones and walk to your music, your intro music, and it's just like practicing with the real life thing going on. So that would be a pretty cool practice.
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
And he had the Statue of Liberty, like crown type looking.
Yeah,
to commemorate his
America First crown.
We gotta see on eBay. They might have some fake ones.
Yeah,
some fake Deontay Wilder.
Yeah,
get a Deontay Wilder mask. Good Deontay Wilder
if I were selling a blanket, I would type in Deontay Wilder.
Hey.
That's a search term.
I think that mask is gonna sell like hotcakes if they, they create replicas of it, duplicate it.
I'm getting one now.
Hey, you should wear it to work. That would be good.
So yeah, man.
I have nothing else to say about that fight. That fight was spectacular. It delivered in every level. Even though it was 1 round, it wasn't even a full round, but I was content with what I saw because that.
I'm going to live and say that knockout was electric.
It quenched the thirst, like a blood thirst in me. I think that punch delivered on many levels for me.
I think most humans saw that and wanted to pretend that they felt bad, but they secretly loved it.
I think millions of humans around the world smirked when they saw him go down.
Definite smirk.
I think it's great. We only get 1 weekend off until the next big major heavyweight fight. 1 week off, so that's great.
That'll give us 1 week to get ready to prepare to give our analysis of what we see fit between Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. And then, the Saturday coming up, June 1st, we're about to see another extravagant performance. Someone's going down. It just sounds like a great fight.
Hopefully we get
Is this in New York City?
I think it is in New York City. It's
Barclays, Brooklyn,
Barclays again.
Man, I really
or is
like
it Madison?
Barclays.
I don't know.
I really
Madison?
like Barclays.
Oh, yeah, I think you might be right. Madison, okay.
MSG? Who knows?
Same island.
But definitely in New York.
Not actually. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but it's definitely going to be in New York, and that's going to be a great fight. And that's what we'll cover on the next episode. We'll definitely have to go into the Andy Ruiz fight with Anthony Joshua and just our takes on their lives and what we see heading into this big fight. Also, before we this episode is short, just like that fight, I just want to remind everyone who's watching, if you're not subscribed and you're wondering, how can I catch this live? subscribe to our channel, like our channel as well, like our videos. And as soon as we go on there, you'll get the notification as soon as we go on the air. And you'll be able to not only chime in live in our chat, you'll get to just see everything happen. If you're not able to catch it, then that's fine too. And then you can catch it at a later time and watch it. But there's nothing like watching it live, as with any other event. Nothing like it.
And we'll enjoy the participation. It'll be pretty cool to have that.
We love participation.
Chat's going crazy already
too. The comments in the videos are always great. Eduardo always chimes in. He always brings it. He brings in the analysis.
Shout out to Eduardo, big time fight head.
Eduardo, take it in.
And as always, we still got that raffle that will be going down. We're up to 33 subscribers. I still want to keep pushing it forward a little bit more. We do have the glove. It is signed by Mayweather and it's signed by Pacquiao, so that's such a great item to have. Any true boxing fan would want that in their possession, to be honest. Oh, yeah. I'm holding on to it for now, but once we get more subscribers, we're definitely going to raffle it off. Again, I want to get to like at least 100, and I think that would be a good time to, do that surprise raffle and choose a winner at that point. But before I end this and cut it off short, any other words from you guys? Anything for the fans? Anything in regards to what's coming up in the future?
I just want to thank the fans and the support. All our great subscribers and the views who are potential subscribers in the future. We just want to really thank you for participating and enjoying these fights with us, because that's what this is really all about. We're here to share our love for the fight game, and
it's only going to get spicier.
It's a pleasure doing it. And last shout out, I'd like to shout out this establishment where I am live from, Pooley's Bar and Event Center, Sports Bar and Event Center. Just finished up this nice amber fat tire off the tap. So looking forward to keep producing over here. And also one more shout out going to my alma mater, Lakeview High School, making the city championship for varsity baseball. Going to be playing Jones College Prep at Guaranteed Great Field. Shout out to Brandon Martinez, my pretty much family from the mother. We want to shout out Brandon Martinez. He's another player in the family that's playing for Lakeview. So shout out to Lakeview in the north side, Lakeview area, Lakeview High School, and we wish them well. So
Harris, anything else on your end that you would like to?
Well, on my end, pretty sure. Thanks to the fans, we appreciate you guys watching. We want to make sure we do better and better every week. So we're working on getting new equipment. Feel free to support any way you want to, but we're gonna definitely get new equipment.
We're gonna get a donation button.
All the fights.
To buy the equipment, we need that donation button, so we're gonna work on that as well.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have a donation button. We're gonna have Instagram soon, so you guys are gonna be more interactive. We're gonna bring you guys in more and more. But definitely thanks to all the fans and the Chicago North Side. Shout out to y'all. That's where I'm from. So shout out to all of Chicago. But Wrigley Field, Wrigleyville.
Harrison's also amassed a following in Spain, so we're going international. We got international views going on.
Boxing is international sport, so it's nice that we got another hand out there in Spain.
Oh yeah,
kind of spreading the good word.
Spreading, we're gonna spread it.
Efren, what do you want to spread love to?
No, just a shout out to all the viewers that continue to watch video after video. I think they're also noticing that the content is getting better. We're getting rave reviews, whether it be by word of mouth, on the street when we're approached, by the fans, or just like through DMs. Like, we're getting good commentary, good feedback, so we appreciate that, and that's what we aim to help, strive towards. Because whatever you guys think works best, we want to be able to provide that for you guys on this platform.
And leave a comment, guys. We love the comment section, so please comment.
Please leave a comment.
Feel free to fill it up.
Positive.
Negative, positive. I like them both.
Back to the DM thing you said, one last thing. It's nice, really, really gratifying to get DMs from people who you may not see all the time that said, "Hey, keep up the good work." So we want to keep that going, guys. So appreciate it.
Yep. Anything else? I think that wraps it up.
Good.
But before we leave, I'm gonna end this show the same way we started the show, with one of our favorite songs, "Hit the Flow," from one of our favorite Southern hip hop groups, Dirty. And here we go.
Cool.